guys, back again. It's been a while. Sorry about that. Been busy. I have no eyebrows. I have never had eyebrows. It really sucks. Yeah, and I'm one of these people whose skin is really, well, right now it's very blotchy, but I'm very pale. I used to have um, medium blonde hair with red highlights. As you can see, it's got a lot of gray in it now. The front of it is almost totally gray. In the back, well, it hasn't gotten there yet, but oh well. Gotta love getting older. And I got blotches, and I'm tired because I normally do this. I normally video around bedtime. Well, I try not to, but for some reason, bedtime works for me. I'm a mess. So, what do you think about this latest news? Poor, poor Princess Catherine. I feel so bad for her. 42 years old and being diagnosed with cancer, but I'm not surprised. I have a very good friend who's quite a bit younger than I am, and her older brother, he was older by a couple years, passed away when he was 37 of colon cancer. So I'm not surprised that it's hitting the younger people nowadays. Seems to be an epidemic, but I don't know. With the environment, the pollution, the everything, I think pesticides and all the preservatives and such that are in chemicals that are in our food, I think cancer is just the result of everything. So, you know, and it's sad. I was really upset because Prince William and Princess Catherine, their kids are actually just exactly 1 year older than each of my grandchildren. I have 3 grandchildren from my daughter, and her children, my daughter's children, are actually just 1 year younger than the Prince and Princess's children. And to see the Princess Catherine on to say that they had found cancer, and that she was doing preemptive chemotherapy, it upset me. It really upset me. I was really upset. I really do like the Prince and Princess. I'm Canadian, so we are part of the Commonwealth. The monarchy does represent us. They're on our money and everything like that. And I think it's another thing that kind of makes Canadians stand out, maybe. Being that our next door neighbor are Americans, we tend to be overshadowed. We're overshadowed by the eagle. So I think it's nice that we have some differences. And not that I'm saying that Americans are awful or anything like that. I'm not. I love our American neighbors. You go down south and they are, well, they are south of us, so. But they are the loveliest people, the friendliest people, like your average American who's just, trying to get by and earn a living and everything like that. They are just the super nice people. The times I've been on vacation or anything like that, and have found myself where I've had to, ask for help or something like that, always willing to help. And I don't care. I went to New York and people said that New York was one of the most unfriendliest places to go. And I never found that. I found that they were very friendly, very helpful, and just really super nice. And of course, when you go down south, the southern hospitality is just stupendous. It's just amazing. So, you know, we may tease our American neighbors, but Canadians love our American neighbors, you know. So, anyway, there was that. Now, where was I? I ended up talking about Americans and sort of lost track of everything. Huh. Oh, yeah, I know. We were talking about the princess and the monarchy and Canadians and the monarchy. And yeah, um, no, I really, you know, um, I I am a monarchist, a royalist. I just I think it's, I don't know, it's tradition, and I enjoy having a monarchy and stuff like that. It's not like it was years and years and years ago, you know, where they were absolute power. They're not absolute power. They represent, you know, they do represent the people, and they too try good for the people. Now they work for the people to make, hopefully, everybody's lives maybe a little easier. Um, yeah, you know, I don't know. I just like them. Um, except for Harry and Meghan. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But I, I, I've been following the Harry and Meghan story. I didn't pay too much attention to it when they were first dating. I mean, I know she was in Toronto and stuff like that, but you know, it I didn't pay attention. I had no idea with the program Suits. I've never seen it, but then I don't watch TV. I don't own a TV. I um, I watch YouTube and things online, documents that I find online, but I don't, or on my computer. I don't need a TV. So, or I read. I'm an avid reader. But anyway, no, as I said, I never followed the Harry and Meghan story when they were dating and stuff. I heard about, you know, him going on and on about her and her dating her and asking the press to leave her alone and everything like that. But I never paid much attention. And then when they got married, I watched the wedding. I do admit, I watched the wedding. But then, you know, I started to follow them a bit. And truth be told, I never took to Meghan. I don't know. There was just something about her that I don't know. You know, when you meet some people and you just think there's something off about them. I really, there's just something off about them. And that's what I felt about Meghan. There was just something that just didn't add up. And so I really didn't take to her. And I always felt that Harry was a bit of a pain in the ass. Um, he reminded me of a spoiled brat. Um, he always, you know, I don't know, with his partying and stuff like that. I guess I always felt that he never did take responsibility for his stunts, and it fell to the palace to clean it up. Of course, he is a royal prince, so they would have anyway. But after he married Meghan, it seemed to get worse. It seemed that, you know, she allowed him to wallow in his idiocy and whininess and, you know, oh, poor me, you know. Should I film it this way? What do you think, guys? Should I film it this way or film it this way? Anyway, I do this every now and again. It's like, squirrel. Anyway, back to Harry. I always thought that he was a pain in the ass. Okay, put it bluntly. I thought he was a pain in the ass. For the royal family, pain in the ass. And I think that the Queen thought because he was a pain in the ass, he was amusing. So he amused her being a pain in the ass. But when he met Meghan and everything, I think their person, they bring out the best. You know, they bring out each other's bad habits and bad influences and everything like that. You know, some people, when they get together, they bring out the good, they work together, you know, they just bring out the good. I think that's kind of William and Catherine. Whereas Harry and Meghan, they bring out the worst in each other. And, you know, Harry needed somebody to affirm that he was hard done by. You know, his mom died, passed away. And that was a tragedy. I mean, I remember when we lost Princess Diana in that accident. I remember I had gone for a walk. My ex-husband and I, we were still together then, and we had gone out for dinner, and then we had gone for a walk, and we had heard the news then that she had passed. And that was really really distressful. It was really distressing, because you know she was a little bit older than what I was, and you know, she had 2 kids, I had 2 kids. My kids weren't quite as old as her kids yet. They were a little bit younger. And it was very distressing when she passed away. And, you know, it was that iconic person that you think nothing will ever bad happen. And of course it did. But with Harry, he's always used his mother's passing as a crutch. You know, my mom died, therefore you shouldn't take pictures of me. My mom died, therefore you shouldn't print bad press about me because, you know, my mom died. Or, you know, I didn't do this right, or I didn't do that right because my mom died. And that I find very hard to take, because I know people who lost parents at a young age and at the age that he did. And, you know, they don't use that as a crutch to move on. They do move on. You know, they get above that. They have fond memories of their parents. They like to talk about their parents in a positive form. They're not always saying, well, you know, this, if my parent hadn't died, I wouldn't have gotten this, or this wouldn't have happened, or that wouldn't have happened, or oh, poor me, or everything like that. And I find that Harry uses that as a crutch. And somehow, you know, you can feel bad for him and William, because William lost his mom too. He was just 2 years older than Harry. So, you know, he was quite young when he lost his mom. And nobody says, you know, usually when they talk, they say, well, Prince Harry lost his mom and that's why he's the way he is. But nobody says, oh, well, you know, poor Prince William, he lost his mom and everything like that. It's kind of like, well, you know, William has to suck it up because he's the actual heir to the throne, whereas Harry got shafted. He was the spare. And I don't necessarily believe that Harry got shafted. Harry got all the perks of being a royal without having to have the responsibility. And now that he has left the royal family and they, you know, and he said, well, you're not doing royal duties. You gotta earn a living somehow. And now he's out in the real life and he expects to be treated just like he was in the royal family. And it doesn't work that way. I don't know. I don't know. I think that whole marriage and that whole situation with the kids and everything like that, they're sketchy. And they're friends and stuff like that. They don't have, I don't know, not the most, I guess, reliable or upstanding people. There's, you know, Meghan invited people like Oprah and stuff like that, and Oprah's a bit sketchy on her own. Tyler Perry, and now, of course, Harry caught up with the Diddy, the Sean Combs situation, and that's almost, well, they're kind of comparing it to Andrew's Jeffrey Epstein. So it's, will this be Harry's Sean Combs thing? So who knows? Who knows? But I find it interesting. I'm gonna kind of delve deeper into it and maybe get my thoughts straight so that I'm not making these videos and buzzing around like a demented bumblebee because I'm not being thorough enough. I have to learn to do that. I hope when I start doing these a little better that it'll smooth out everything like that. I'll get a little bit more experience and smooth out. So anyway, okay, so we've done the royal family, we've done Harry and Meghan, we've done Princess Catherine. What else should we do? The weather? I'm in Canada. The weather is 4 different seasons in one day. So winter, spring, summer, fall, back to winter. As I look out right now, it's raining. So I think we're now in spring. We're in the season we're supposed to be in for now. Easter's coming up. I don't really celebrate Easter. You know, when my kids were little, we do the chocolate bunnies and stuff like that, but never really celebrated. I really don't. I really don't practice conventional religion. I am a very spiritual person, but I wouldn't say I'm a religious person. I don't really go to church or anything like that. I follow my own religion. And, you know, sometimes I speak to God when I'm cleaning the floor or vacuuming or messing around with my plants, messing around with my crystals. I don't need to go to church to be religious and to be spiritual. And I think that, but I don't, you know, I'm not against anybody that feels that they have to do that, that feels that they need that. You know, if you need that in your life, go for it. By all means, you know, if you need to go to church, if you need to be there amongst people, you know, singing your hymns and hearing the sermons and stuff like that, by all means, people should do that because that's what heals the soul. But I think a lot of people should realize that different people need to feed their souls in different ways. So there's that. Although I won't be indulging in chocolate. I indulge in chocolate too much. So says my backside. Yeah. It's rather big. So we won't talk about that at all. We'll see if I can lose some weight. What's up? Got tickets for the lottery. Always play. Maybe one day. Not maybe. When? When I win. When I win. That'll be the day. That's my dream, actually, is to win the lottery. I think that'd be, you know, they always say that money brings its own problems, but I sure as heck would like to experience that. And they say that people who win the lottery lose all the money within 5 years. I hope I wouldn't be that person. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I like the chance. I would like the chance to find out. Anyway, I made a cute little YouTube video about my cat, Loki. He's, I was trying to get him to pick his tarot cards, and that didn't work out so well. He just kind of looked at me as if I was insane. It's kind of like, Mom, no, I'm not doing that. I will sit there and purr at you because you're giving me attention, but no, I'm not going to pick my card. And then off he went. Anyway, guys, I guess I'm going to wrap it up. I've rambled on long enough, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. You all have a good day. Keep safe, keep healthy, and keep happy. Love you.